Hey friends, it's Rachel with Simple Tech Connections, and in this video we are going to talk about setting up a help desk, ticket support system, etc. inside of Freshdesk. How we're going to set up that email address inside your cPanel and your hosting provider, and how we're going to make that work with Subtrio or your high level sub account. Okay, so there might come a point in time in your business where you want to have kind of like a formal help desk type platform, and Freshdesk is really awesome for that because, first of all, free. You can do so much on the free plan. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do is come into your cPanel. So I need you to go to your host provider, log into your cPanel, and usually this is what your dashboard is going to look like. Okay, and we are going to be in the email section right here, and we need to go to email account. So go ahead and just click on that. So the next thing we need to do is actually add our email address. So you need to decide what you want your support email address to be, your help ticket email address to be. So we're just going to come over here and click on create. And I'm going to do this under my simpletechconnections.com domain. And I think I'm going to use support, if I can click support at simpletechconnections.com for this email address. Okay, so once you get your username set up in here, so like whatever you want it to be, it could be contact at yourdomain.com, it could be your name at yourdomain.com, it could be support, it could be info, like whatever you want it to be is what you would put in this first box here. Okay, and then I am going to go ahead and set the password now, and I'm just going to have it generate the password. You can do that by just clicking generate right here, and it's going to generate a password for you. Now, I have mine blurred out, obviously, for safety reasons, but you can set one yourself, or you can just have them generate a password for you that's really strong and really secure. Don't forget to make sure that whatever password you use, you remember it somehow. Okay, we don't want to have a password that you don't know. So okay, then we just come down here and click on create, and it's going to save that email address with the password you set up here. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is go to Freshdesk. So come up here in your search bar and look for Freshdesk. Search for Freshdesk. And then come down here and click on Freshdesk. All right, and it's going to be, the web address is actually Freshworks. That's the name of the company, and Freshdesk is like the software platform that we're going to be using. Okay. You don't need to worry about the demo pricing, etc., because it's a free, they have a free version, and so that is what we are going to be using. Just in case you're naturally curious like I am, if you want to go ahead and click on the pricing, you can. It shows you the different levels of customer service type inboxes that they have, and you can see right here there is a free version. It's up to 2 agents, which is basically 2 users, and if you scroll down you can see the different options here. But again, you don't need to use the paid one. The free version will be fine for you for a very long time. So you can either just click here on free trial, or if you're still on the home page, just click on try it for free. Okay, so click on free trial. Now you have to sign up with an email address. You can use any email address you want to. Okay, that's completely up to you. I don't like having to log into my cPanel to access an email address, so I am going to just use my Google Workspace email address to sign up for my Freshdesk account, simply because it's a lot easier for me. But you can use whatever email address you want to. It does not have to be the one we just created, okay, like your support one. So I'm just going to sign up with Google because I love Google and it makes my life easier. Yes, continue. So you can sign up if you have a Google account, you can sign up with Google, or if you click on sign up with email, they'll give you the option to like fill out your information and your email address and password and all that kind of stuff. Okay. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is set up our Freshdesk. So you can choose your industry. What should we choose? If all else fails, just choose others. It doesn't really matter. How many employees? Like, again, this stuff is just, just random stuff so they can, I guess it's not random. It's the things that they need in order to like set up your account properly. Okay. If this is your first time using this, I would go ahead and click on I'm trying customer service software for the first time. And if you've used Freshdesk before, just click on this one. I'm going to go ahead and click on this one just for the people that are brand new to this situation. And click on next when you are ready. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is connect your email. So go ahead and click on this. I love how it has all the prompts and everything. It prompts you what to do and in what order. All right, so we are going to be setting up a custom email. You can set up Freshdesk by, doing a Gmail account or an Office 360 account or whatever. But I just realized that my little face down here in the corner had never come back, so I brought it back. Okay. So you can choose whichever one of these is the type of email you need, but I, again, am showing you how to use this with an email address that we set up in our cPanel through our host provider and how that all works with Subtrio. So we are going to choose this custom one right here, okay? And you can just ignore this little box down here. They offer you like a free email address, but if you look at it, it's at a subdomain at Freshdesk, and so we want this to look nice and professional, so we're going to set this up through our own email address. So go ahead and click on sign in under custom. So I'm going to move my face over here real quick. And you've got some information over here that kind of walks you through it. And then we've got our information over here, okay? Or our boxes to fill in over here. So support email name is going to be whatever your business is or whatever. So this is going to be Simple Tech Connections Support. You can make this as long or as short as you want to. I mean, you could shorten this to like your business initials, like STC support or something like that, okay? And then your email alias is going to be the email address that we just set up. So mine is support@simpletechconnections.com. All right. And this is what people will be replying to when they reply to emails that you're sending from Freshdesk, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and scroll on down, and this is going to be our incoming email server. And so we're going to get this information from over on our cPanel. So let's jump over to our cPanel. I can't talk today, apparently. All right, remember we're looking for our incoming server here, okay? So jumping back over here to our cPanel, you find the email address that you just created. So this is our support at simpletechconnections.com. And you're going to come all the way over here to the right-hand side and click on Connect Devices. Now, this is going to give you lots of numbers and things like that. And that's okay if it's a little bit overwhelming. Just follow the video and we will be okay, I promise, okay? So we need the mail client manual settings down here. So like these up here are as if you were setting this up like on an iPhone or an Android or like live mail or something like that. So just ignore this part here and come down to mail clients manual settings. These are the settings we need. All right, so the first thing we need here, we need to find incoming server, and we're going to copy and paste this. So copy that, come back over to Freshdesk, and pop that information in the incoming email server domain. Okay, and then we're going to go back to cPanel and find the IMAP information. So for this, it is 993. So we're going to come back over here and put 993 right here. Okay, we're going to leave this use SSL checked because security is a good thing. And then we're going to come down here to login details. All right, we're going to leave authentication as plain. And then we're going to come back to our cPanel and get our login information. All right. So the username is going to be the email address we set up. And then the password, and it prompts you right here, use the email account's password. So remember that password I told you that, or when we set up our password earlier, I told you you need to remember this password for later. Now is when that comes in. Okay. All right. So hop back over to our Freshdesk and put your username in here, and then let's put our password in right here. Now I told you guys to remember your password, and I'm trying to remember if I remember it correctly for mine or not. So we're just going to say that's right, and we're going to keep going through this process. All right, so now we're going to come down to outgoing email system. Again, we're sticking with custom mail server. You don't need to change that. And now we're going to go back over to our cPanel and get our outgoing domain, which is going to be right here under outgoing server, and it's going to be exactly the same as our incoming server. So just copy and paste that over here into this box, and then we need to get our STMP port number, which is 465. So we're going to come back over here and put that in this spot. Again, leave use SSL checked, and we're going to do the same thing right here for our login details. So support at simpletechconnections.com, and then we're going to pop that password in here again. All right, once you get your password in there, go ahead and finish scrolling down to the bottom of the page. And these general settings, so it's like route the emails to the respective groups and assign to a product. So we don't have any groups set up, and you're probably not going to have any group set up right away. Like all of them are probably just going to come to the inbox. All right. And don't worry about this part. And then we're just going to click on save, and then we're going to pray that the password that we used is correct. Which it looks like it is, so that's really great. All right, so now let's see what this tells us. Okay, so we have our email servers support. This one is the one that they automatically set up, so we're not going to worry about that. Now we need to verify this and see what happened that it... Okay, so you can either, at this point, you can either wait for them to auto-verify things, or you can come back to your cPanel and go back to the page we were just on, and you can just do check email right here. That's going to open up the webmail login. Just save and continue because we're not actually going to use that. And then we can just open our Roundcube email. And it looks like it didn't come through to the cPanel email. So at this point, I would just give it a few minutes, and you might have to, refresh this a few times to just see when, the email is going to come through. Sometimes it takes it a few minutes. So I'm going to pause the video until the email comes through, and then we will resume. Okay, so I'm back. If you take nothing else from this video, I want you to come away with the knowledge that sometimes even the tech person has tech troubles. And I was able to remedy my tech problems eventually, but I did have to reach out to Big Scoot's support. So if you ever are doing something like this and you are having problems and you are especially if you are with Big Scoots for your hosting provider, reach out to them. submit a support ticket. They are awesome and they get things taken care of quickly and efficiently, and they get the job done. Now, what was the problem? Well, apparently at some point in the past, I have completely forgotten that I tried to set up a Google Workspace account using the email address support@simpletechconnections.com. And as such, I did not finish setting it up. And as such, that email address was still pointing to Google. And so I had to have Big Scoots fix that for me. And he said it was going to take several hours potentially for it to show back up. And I waited a while and I went and did chores and it still wasn't finished. And so I decided to just set up a second email address. I set up help@simpletechconnections.com. And we're just going to finish out this video pretending like we started the video with the email address help@simpletechconnections.com. Everything we did in the video to set up the email address and to start connecting it to Freshdesk, that was all correct, okay? So you don't have to worry about that. I just changed it to a different email address, and we're going to finish out the video with this email address instead, okay? So the moral of the story is reach out to the support avenues you have when you run into a problem. So let's keep moving here. Now, we left off with trying to verify this email address, right? We clicked on this verify button. We had a little pop-up box come up here that said, hey, we're going to send you an email. You can either wait for us to automatically verify it, or you can click the link in the email. So let me show you what that email looks like. Come over here to the round cube email. And this is what that email looks like. So they just tell you what it is, and this is the link, and you can go ahead and click it and it'll take you to Freshdesk and you can verify, or you can just give them a couple minutes, refresh this page, and you'll get this green verified box, okay? So now that that's verified, we can come over here to the ticket area, to the ticket tab, and this is where your tickets will come in, okay? You can filter them here. Any emails that they've sent to the email address so far are going to appear here in your inbox. So you can look at them if you want to, or just delete them and move forward with that. This is not a full tutorial on how to use Freshdesk. This is a tutorial just on how to set it up. So I'm not going to go into a lot of details on how you actually utilize Freshdesk, but long story short, any emails that are sent to the email address you added in here, right here, okay, whatever email address you set up, that's where they're going to come to. And the other thing you need to do is make sure you set this as your primary support email. Okay, so all you have to do is click the star right here, and that's gonna pop up and say, hey, you've set this to the primary email address. And you're like, okay, that's great. All right. So, and basically this just works like a normal email inbox. Okay, you can click on the email, you can reply to it here. You can change the status of it. You can change the priority of it, things like that. Okay. Again, not a full tutorial on how to use Freshdesk. This is just how to set it up. All right. So far we have the email address set up correctly in our cPanel, right? We did that. We added it. So we created a Freshdesk account. We added the email address to our Freshdesk account and verified that. So the next thing we need to do is talk about how all of this comes together with Subtrio or another high-level white label. Okay, so let's jump over to, I use Subtrio. Let me back out of here just a little bit. It's my favorite high-level white label. Highly recommended if you're not using it. Okay. So the first thing we need to do is come down here in the very left bottom corner and click on Settings. And then you're going to scroll down until you get to Email Services, and you're going to click on that. Now, by this point in time, you all should have a dedicated sending domain set up for your account. If you don't, you need to go watch those videos first before you even think about doing this, okay? But yeah, you need to have a dedicated sending domain set up. The next thing we're going to do is come up here to the reply and forward settings. Now this is where we're going to make the magic happen, okay? Then we're going to come down to reply addresses right here. So this is already in here because I recorded this once and my microphone wasn't working. So yeah, I've had a lot of tech issues with this video. Anyways, we're going to pretend like there's nothing in there right now, okay? So what we need to do, we need to put in the email address that we used and added to our Freshdesk account right here. So help@simpletechconnections.com. All right, before you do anything else, before you click any other place, before you click save, before you move your mouse, I want you to come over here and hit the enter button and make sure this looks like this, okay? If it does not, and I'm going to copy this so I don't have to type it. Oh, can't. There we go. So I don't have to type it 45 times. If it just looks like this, okay, with your cursor there, and you come over here and click on save, watch what happens. It says it successfully updated your settings, but your email address is gone, okay? So you have to make sure you type in your email address and then hit enter. So this little box with this X comes up, then you can click on save, then it will actually stay in there. Ask me how I know. I have forgotten to hit enter many times before, okay? All right, so what does this all mean? Why did we do this? We have the ability in Subtrio and other high-level white labels to automatically add a reply address for any emails that you send through the system, okay? So that saves you a lot of time because you don't have to automatically add it every time. Let's go back and we're going to go to marketing and then emails and campaigns, okay? Now, like I said, I had already set up a test email because I recorded this once and I'm re-recording it. So I already have this set up. But if you need to create an email to test this with, you would just click on new, choose whether you want a blank one or something from your templates and move forward from there. But I'm just going to click right here for now. Okay, so you can just put some text in here. Make sure you always change the name of your email. And any changes, click on save. And then you're going to come over here to send or schedule. And I'm going to do send a test email. Now I have it set up so it automatically auto-populates this custom value in the from address. That's the email address I have set up underneath my business settings or my business profile underneath my settings. But if this doesn't come up, you can just type in an email in here, or you can click the custom value, come down to account, and hit email, and that'll pop that value in there. Okay, and then you can also do. I have it set up to automatically auto-populate this this email address, which is the one I use to test my emails with, okay? And you can put some information in the preview text in the subject line if you want to. You don't have to. It doesn't matter. Okay, and once you get this the way you need it to be, then you're just going to click on send test email. Now, again, I already sent this, so I'm just going to go straight to my email box and show you what this email looks like. All right, so this is what the email looks like. It's, oops, let me remove that blur real quick. There, okay, so this is what the email looks like that we sent, okay? If you come up here to this little drop-down arrow, you can see all the information, right? Who it's from, where you replied to, who it was sent to, etc. Okay, and you can see right here that without us doing anything else, it automatically put that help@simpletechconnections.com in the reply to option. Okay, so if I hit reply and just type something in there, and click on send. You can see it's going to go to help@simpletechconnections.com. Okay, so let's send that. Now let's go over to Freshdesk, see if that came through. Let's go back to our tickets. And there it is. Okay, you can click on that. You can see the information that the person typed in there, and you can also see the original email that they're replying to. Okay, so that is how, if you want to use a help desk type software, again, I recommend Freshdesk because it's free for the entry-level plan and it does just about everything you need it to. That is how you set up an email address in your cPanel, connect it to Freshdesk, and connect it to the emails that you send in Subtrio so that anytime somebody replies to those emails, it comes to your help desk. Okay, so if you have any questions about that, let me know. I know it was a little sketchy there in the middle because I had technical difficulties, but I hope that didn't confuse you. Again, questions, let me know, and I will see you in the next video.